Live, the 2026 World Cup bracket explained. This is a simple guide for beginners. The big question is, why is the 2026 World Cup bracket making so many people confused? The World Cup is different. As you know it, it's different, so different that the old concepts are dead, and you are not paying attention. And if you don't pay attention now, and you don't pay attention when the game starts, you'll be completely lost. Now, most people think more teams means an easier path for the Giants, but actually, FIFA just built a mathematical maze that rewards survival over dominance. And that's a big difference. That's a big difference that the new games imply. If you look here, the 48 teams, we're going to go through this explanation here. I will have this available, and if you need a copy of it, just send me a comment, and I'll be able to send you a copy of it. I'm going to leave this up for a little bit so that you are able to digest as I speak. Now, the World Cup, as you know, is there, like I said. And if you're not paying attention, you are going to be completely lost when the game starts. Now, by the end of this guide, you will understand the new 4018 madness better than the commentator on TV. Let's take a look. The old 32 teams format was clean, simple, and comfortable. Everybody liked it. But the 2026 expansion to 48 teams has turned the bracket into a puzzle that most fans are already confused and a puzzle they cannot solve. You are here because you want to actually enjoy the games, not spend the whole time scratching your head at standing table and see how your teams stack up against the other teams. But before we dive into the new rule, let's look at the sheer scale of what we are dealing with. Now, how do the 48 countries fit into one tournament without breaking the math? Well, let's look at that. Most people fail to understand the new stage groups because they are still trying to use the old logic on a massive scale. Now, instead of 8 groups, we now have 12 groups of 4 teams each, creating a marathon phase that serves as a massive filter. Now, focus on the top 2 teams in each group. They are the only one with a guaranteed ticket to the party. Here's the problem. 48 is a missing number for a bracket. Most people think they can just take the winner and move on. No, not anymore. But 12 winners don't make a knockout round. So how did FIFA solve that? Well, the solution is kind of important. They created 12 groups of 4. Every single team plays 3 games. And the goal is simply this: don't finish last. Here's a quick fix. If your team wins the first 2 games, you can start stressing out. They are 100% through that phase. But what happened to the team that don't finish in the top 2? This is where it gets brutal. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that right now. This is how we're going to do it. Well, first, let's solve this puzzle. Can a team really lose a game or lose games and still win the World Cup? Let us find out. The third place rule, which is new, is the biggest source of confusion, and it silently kills the momentum for teams that think that they are safe. In 2026, the eight best third place team survive, meaning 4 place teams are sent home based on points. They're sent home based on goal differences, and they sent home even based on yellow cards. Big difference. Watch the third place ranking board like a hawk. It's the most important table in the tournament. Now, most fans think finishing third means you are out. They are wrong. In 2026, finishing third is like being in a waiting room. You had to sit there and wait for 11 other groups to finish just to see if your math was good enough to survive. It is pure agony for the players. But get this, it gets worse. Wait just a minute. Wait until you see how they break up a tie when the points are equal. So once the groups are settled, we enter a territory we have never seen before in World Cup history. Okay? What is the round of 32 and why it changed everything? Let's find out. Well, for the first time ever, a World Cup winner had to survive 5 rounds instead of 4, like the old days. The round of 32 is a brand new elimination wall that doubles the pressure and creates 16 high-stake winner or go-home matches instantly. Mark your calendar for the first round. This is where the Cinderella stories and the giant killers will actually happen. Here's where most people get this wrong. They think the knockout starts around 16, but not anymore. We now have the round of 32. It's an extra layer of fire that everything must walk through. One bad bounce, one red card, and a favorite like Brazil or France is gone before the tournament even feels real. Wow. This is a shortcut to understanding this new process. The round of 32 is a safety filter being removed. No more second chances. Now, you might think, more games, yes, means more fun. But for the player, it's a physical nightmare. Now, why is the 2026 trophy the hardest prize to win in sports history? Well, professional athletes are being pushed to the breaking point for once. And most fans do not realize that one extra game is the difference between glory and total collapse. To win in 2026, a team must play 8 matches instead of 7. Difference of 1, requiring a deeper squad and a superhuman recovery. Now pay attention to the squad depth of your favorite team. The starting 11 players won't be enough to finish the marathon. Every champion in history plays 7 games. But in 2026, it's 8. Big difference. It sounds small. For the extra 90 minutes, put potentially extra time, an extra penalty, is where heart fails and legs give out. This isn't just a tournament, it's a war of attrition. Most fans completely misunderstand the fair play metric. I'll explain why a single yellow card could cost a country millions of dollars in a moment. We have covered the groups, we have covered the extra rounds, so let's look at the real secret behind the new format. Now here's a quick reality check. Is the group stage new now pointless? Just think about it. Is it pointless or not? There is a rumor that because so many teams qualify, the group stage doesn't matter anymore. What do you think? This mistake silently kills fan enjoyment at some point because the third place rules, every single team, every single goal scores in the group stage matters for sitting in the surviving ranking. Don't stop watching just because your team is safe. The final position decides if they face a powerhouse in the next round. Let me show you something surprising. In the old system, a 3-0 win was the same as a 1-0 win. If you got the points, in 2026, that extra goal could be the only thing keeping you above another third place team. The group stage is actually more intense now because every second counts. Do this immediately. Check the goal differential in your team, especially if they are tied on point. It could be their lifeline. This leads us to the final reveal of how a champion is actually crowned. And this is how to predict the 2026 winner. Most fans focus on star power, but the 2026 format favors a completely different type of teams. It really does. It really favors a different kind of teams. You need to understand the graph that we're showing you here. The real secret is this. The 2026 Cup rewards bracket management. The 2026 World Cup rewards staying disciplined enough to avoid cards, and it rewards deep enough to rotate players, a deep bench, so to speak. Stop obsessing over who has the best players and start looking at which team has the most disciplined defense. So here's the real secret for you. Stars win games, we all know that. But discipline wins 48-team tournaments. That is a thesis that will be proved during this tournament. Now, in a minute, I will show you why a team like Japan or a team like Switzerland might actually outlast a team like Argentina if they manage their cards and fatigue better. Here's the shortcut. The team with the fewest yellow card in the group stage usually has the freshest legs for the round of 32. Mark it on your calendar. We are at the finish line. So let's recap exactly what you need to do. Here's your 2026 survival checklist. You are now a World Cup expert, ready to explain the chaos to anyone. Next, I will be breaking down the specific travel logistic that will force teams to cross 3 time zones in 48 hours. Here's a recap. 12 groups of 4. Top 2 plus 8 best third players team move on. Round of 32 is the new elimination wall. 8 games to reach the trophy. Remember, strong ideas matters. Discipline matters. And every match in this new format is designed to test a team's limit. If you only remember one thing, remember this. The round of 32 is the most dangerous round in the tournament. If this helped to understand the madness of 2026, subscribe. Join our community. We use our growth to help feed veterans. Now, we know subscription is great for us, but engagement is even better. So here's a question for you to engage with us, and we'll engage with our team. What do you think the biggest flaw in the 4018 system is? Is it the extra game, or is it the third place rule? Let's talk in the comments. Now, after this, watch my next video on the real reason 2026 World Cup USA gear is selling out fast, because there's a massive wave of 2026 merchandise hitting the marketplace right now. Also remember, upgrade the 2026 FIFA setup on my Amazon store. Link is provided in the comment. It's provided on the description. It's provided on the pinned comment. I'll see you in the next video.